Welcome back, Kaiju fans. We just got back probably 15 minutes ago.
Maybe 20.
Maybe 20.
Maybe.
From Gfest 25, 2018. We left Friday morning.
Yeah,
at
like 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Drove to Chicago. Got there 10:30-ish.
Closer to 11, I think. Somewhere in there.
Close to the starting point. But yeah, we got there. Long crazy drive, but we made it down there just fine.
We were told to fuck off.
Yeah, I got cut off and then told to fuck off. Like, all right, cool. But yeah, we got there, and what was the first thing we did?
Orientation.
Oh, it's true.
Yay!
That's true. Yeah, I haven't been since 16 and 17, so it's been a few years, and then she obviously has never gone before, so that was a good rundown.
Popped my Gfest cherry.
Just kind of explain some stuff. The dealer's room with you had to get wristbands and a number to get in.
Did not have to, but to get in earlier, or before the crowd or whatever, you had to have a wristband.
It was weird. And
then it was open admittance after everyone with a wristband had gotten in. It was supposedly supposed to keep it from getting super busy in there, which was totally did not happen.
Yeah, no, it was already so crowded.
It was a shit show.
You couldn't do anything. I'll have a video of it later on, and you won't be able to see anything because there's too many people in there to do anything.
Lots of heads. You'll see lots of people saying.
You couldn't go to a table and look at stuff because there's just a wall of people standing in front of it, and it's can I?
Was it like that the years before when you went?
No.
I mean, they did say it's getting bigger.
Yeah, this was the highest admittance they'd ever had for the convention. But yeah, this was at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, and they said it was the 10th year that it's been there, which is a total lie, because it has not been 10 years since I went there, and the first year I went there was not in the Crown Plaza. It was across the street at the convention hall, which was actually big enough to house the event, when it was smaller than it is now. You could actually go in the dealer's room. It has space. It was wild. They didn't even use the whole room.
Concept.
But now that it's bigger, they crammed it into a smaller convention center inside of a hotel and claim that it's been there for 10 years when it's no, it's literally been in random places around this area of Rosemont. But I mean, I guess if you want to claim that it's been here for 10 years for nostalgia reasons, then congratulations, you're lying.
Well, I guess they didn't really say it was at there.
The Crown Plaza, yes, they hosted it for 10 years.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was just the 2-night giveaway that had been done for 10 years.
But yeah, so it wasn't it was weird that they said that. Maybe they hosted it as in they provided place for people to stay or whatever and claimed that it was the place to stay, but the convention literally was not in that building.
Yeah.
It was down the street and across on the other side of the street, so that was weird. But was there anything else that stood out in orientation? I really don't remember a ton.
Don Fry was late.
He didn't come to orientation, did he?
Oh no, that was later that night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just kidding, Don Fry was late later.
Akira Takarada didn't come. He hospital, so he wasn't there.
Stomach surgery.
So yeah, God, I can't remember his name anymore. The Heisei suit actor came in his place, so that was interesting. But yeah, that kind of wrapped up the orientation. What do we do after that?
Went to the dealer's room where he had a mental breakdown.
That's true. I didn't know what I wanted to get. Walked around for hours in circles. And circles.
At least 2.
Yeah. I just.
He got one of the things he picked out day 1.
Yeah. We came
5.
We came back later in the day to do that, didn't we? Yeah. We went to a panel, right? I think so.
We didn't go to a panel until later.
I bought it after. Oh yeah, we went to the model room and watched the model stuff that was going on, building a kaiju model, and there was dragon stuff. But yeah, we did that.
Building dioramas and such.
Yeah, so that was cool. then we went back to the dealer's room and I bought a figure that I've been trying to find for a little while. I didn't even know it existed. It's the X Plus Nightmare Gamera, and I bought it from the Monstrosities Tokusatsu vlog. Jesus.
Why?
He hit me with it.
Gamera doesn't like you.
Oh, wrecked. But yeah, I bought it from the Monstrosities Tokusatsu vlog table, and the dude that I bought it from, Nate, like, he was very happy that I bought that figure because apparently it was something that he really liked too.
He lost his shit.
He
gave Pierce a hug.
Yeah, he like came out and gave me a hug. He was so happy that I bought that figure, and it was super cool. And just kind of like talked to us for a few minutes and gave us some free passes for stuff. And eventually he had to go back to doing his job, and unfortunately, and like
fuck America.
Ridiculous that he had to like do the thing that he was there for. So dumb. But yeah, so that was cool. That was the only thing I ended up buying the first day. Where did we go after that?
I think we left and got food.
Probably.
And then we went back for the opening ceremony, which Don Bry was late to.
Yeah. Opening ceremonies, youth costume parade, stuff like that. I recorded a decent amount of that stuff, so if you're curious, I'll have that uploaded at some point. I have a lot of random stuff just recorded, so I used up a shit ton of my phone's memory doing that, so I'll have some stuff. But yeah, that was like kind of like the end of Friday.
There was karaoke that night, which we did not attend, which I guess isn't the end of the world because it was like drunk people just singing random karaoke, like not even like Godzilla related songs, just whatever the fuck they wanted.
So yeah, we went to bed.
And then Saturday rolled around and we woke up much late, and we missed out on Japan Update with M11, which I'm still a little upset about.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Maybe you should have woken up early.
You set the alarm.
Yeah, you could've
I
woke up.
thought you would wake me up.
You could have woke up too.
I trusted you and you failed me.
Okay, you always take 2 hours to wake up.
Okay.
So even if we still would have been late if I got you up at 7 because you wouldn't have woken up until 9.
I woke up in an hour today.
I woke you up at 5 when I got up, and I was like, "Hi, I'm bored."
Okay, well that was 5 in the morning. We weren't getting up until 8, so
Whatever. So yeah, we missed the 9 and 10 stuff on Saturday. Where did we go to? Oh, we went and that was the interview with the suit actor, right?
yes.
Because it was supposed to be the Akira Takarada interview. So we stopped in there, and that was funny.
He was really funny.
He got some good stuff to say.
Kind of mostly just talked about like getting into like the suit acting genre area. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of like talking about his like history with getting into like films in general, not necessarily like Godzilla stuff, but like just he wanted to be like a
action actor.
Yeah, just an action actor, and he kind of
Did not work out.
He just kind of took whatever he could, and he ended up just
being Godzilla.
No, he was Hedorah first.
Was he ever Godzilla though?
Yeah, he became Godzilla in the Heisei series.
Yeah.
But he was like.
So he ended up becoming Godzilla.
Yeah, he was Hedorah and Gigan and other various monsters like that before he became Godzilla.
He said he walked in for like his first job, and he walked in and they like just said perfect, and he's like, okay, like that's cool, but perfect what?
Yeah,
and they were like, okay, you're gonna be Hedorah.
Yeah, he had no idea what he was doing, what he was like auditioning for, and he didn't know how he felt about being a suit actor, but he stuck with it after that because he liked it. So that was cool. Then we went to
Fresh Vinyl Live.
Yeah, we went to Fresh Vinyl Live with Rich Iso, and they're just talking about some upcoming figures, stuff that just came out. It was cool.
The box controversy, which I am anti-box because I don't like all the boxes I have in our closet.
Whatever, they're pretty.
They're pretty, but you can't see them. It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was cool. Just talking about upcoming stuff.
They were actually like super nice and inviting. Like they invited a bunch of kids up on stage to talk about like their own collections and stuff. It was pretty awesome. definitely one of the funner panels, just because like they were very crowd involved.
I was very upset when he didn't ask everybody to raise their hand if they picked up this beast or not. It was the only thing that had come out that they didn't ask people to raise their hand if they bought it or not, and it was the only thing that I had that they were talking about at the time, so I was like, oh, no, I can't raise my hand and say that I have something. God damn it. So that was unfortunate, but...
You could have raised your hand about the box problem, but you chose not to.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to walk up there and talk.
He just asked who has a box problem.
I don't have a box problem.
You have a box problem.
No, I don't.
We have a box problem. It is now our problem because we're living together.
It's not a problem. It's nice. I like the boxes. But yeah, that was fun panel. I mean, it wasn't like super serious or anything. It was just kind of like...
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I think we took a break after that and went somewhere, right? This is when we went back.
I think we got lunch.
And then we probably went to the dealer's room, I think, because...
Yes.
Yeah, we went in between this hour gap. So after that, we went back to the dealer's room and I bought a bunch more stuff. Which I'll do like an entire video on all the stuff we picked up at some point. But
and he bought everything that he wasn't thinking about buying from the prior day.
Yeah, I got very
upset.
I spent a bunch of time the day before thinking about what I wanted to buy, and then I literally just impulse bought stuff.
I had a bad time in the dealer's room. At orientation, they made this huge deal. They're like, don't worry about like getting in the dealer's room day one. Everybody restocks. It's totally gonna be okay. So there was this Shinagawa-kun, right? Am I pronouncing it right?
Shinagawa-kun.
Shinagawa-kun plush, which I thought was super cute, and I guess nobody likes that form, according to Pierce.
Oh, it does. It's all about Kamado.
Okay, but I thought that the plushie was very cute. It was a plushie. It was adorable. And Pierce is like, I'm surprised you like that one. Nobody likes that one. And I was like, okay, cool. Because I got Pierce a present at Gfest for his birthday. I was like, after you buy your present, if I have the leftover cash, I will get my little plushie. So day 2 comes around and there are no plushies of third form. That apparently nobody likes, which is a lie, because obviously people like it.
There was only
one. Get one.
There was only one.
There was like 12 at least, because they had them up like on a shelf with all the other ones. Well, they were gone. I was sad, so now we have to get one on Amazon.
There was literally no one carrying one around though.
No, there wasn't. I was upset. And it was only one vendor that had them. Nobody else had them.
Everybody else just had the Kamada or like the G17 blushes, but...
I was a sad little boy.
Good one.
Thanks.
But, yeah, I got stuff that I wanted a while, and there was a decent deal on it, so I was like, I don't need to think about that.
Stuff.
I just need to get that now. One of the things I will say that I got right now was this, this variant of the 8-inch Final Wars Godzilla vinyl. I got that because I wanted to have something on me for if I met Don Fry, because I needed something for Captain Gordon to sign that was like Final Wars related. And this was the last thing that I bought in the room, and I bought that, and I got the Angulus right here. I got the set of both of those for $30, which is a hell of a deal. And then immediately we walked out of the room, and I was like, let's go look and see who's at the autograph tables. And there's just John Fry's just sitting there with like 2 people in front of him, talking to him, taking pictures or whatever. I'm like, holy shit, what a perfect time where I got here. So I went up and she took my picture with him, and then I was like, will you sign this? And then the guy that was like working with him at the time was like,
mediator.
Oh, you gotta go and get registered for signing, get the wristband and this and that. And I'm like, where do you even do that? I didn't see anything for that. He's like, you gotta go over here and do this and that and pay $25 and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
And then
there's no line for this, so I don't understand.
The big husky man of Don Fry goes, if you have $25 cash, I'll take it.
Yeah, he's just like, because it was the 25 was the price of the registration for signings or whatever. So I just gave Don Fry $25, and he gave me a signature, and yeah, that was a good time. He called me a big dummy.
Yes, he did.
What a man! I love him. So that was great.
Pierce's man crush.
Yeah.
I've come to realize that this weekend that Pierce really, really fucking likes Don Fry.
Don Fry is legit, man. So that was awesome. Then we went to, right after that we went to Women in Kaiju, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My favorite panel.
You go ahead and talk about that then.
It was a really relaxed panel, and it just kind of talked about, like, some of the prejudices, I guess, that women face in these types of fandoms, where it's, like, a mainly male base. Which I thought was awesome, because although I'm not super into Godzilla, like, I was kind of worried that I was just going to be surrounded by a bunch of weird guys. No offense to anyone watching. So it was a nice breath of fresh air. It was very relaxed. They just kind of talked about how they got into kaiju films and stuff, and it was nice. And, like, there was the stereotypical girl there who was like, oh, my boyfriend got me into them. That made me feel pretty good because, like, obviously this nice hunk of man right here got me into
I'm a little
Godzilla.
boy. Okay, I'm sorry.
Little boy.
I don't think
little boy got me into G-Zilla.
Do you read any of the comments? I'm just a little boy. So.
I had known about
Sorry.
Godzilla prior to meeting this fine gentleman right here. My dad was a Godzilla dude. But I was never super into it, and then I started dating this thing, and now I've seen a lot of them, apparently, but I don't remember. Good times.
Maybe you should, like, stay awake through movies more often.
I try.
We need
Doesn't work.
to finish. We need to finish the anime tonight.
Yes, we do.
Third time's a charm. We got this.
Boo, 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 boo. Okay. After that,
We went back to the other room, right? I think.
we went to Artist Alley, did we not?
Oh yeah, we did. No, we went to Artist Alley before that.
We went
But
to
we went-
Artist
yeah.
Alley at some point on Saturday, and we bought 4 prints from
Kaiju
what is
underscore
this?
sketches.
on Instagram, but what is his name?
I don't remember his name.
He did super awesome art, and I actually said that it could be hung in our living room because it's like planty.
Yeah, it's you can go grab one if you want. They're kaiju, but they're made of plants. You might have seen it before of other people buying the artwork, but I'd seen it before. But yeah, we went specifically down there to go buy some of that stuff because we saw it the day before.
I can't read his signature. I'm sorry, guy who drew these. You did awesome. We at least know your Instagram. But yeah, he does planty monsters. Like this beautiful Mothra. This was actually my favorite one, and I kind of had to coax Pierce into buying it because he doesn't like Mothra. I don't really care. I don't have a favorite monster, probably Godzilla, just because I know him the best.
Wow, so basic.
I'm sorry! But, like, I just thought it was really cool because I like the sunflowers. I'm a flower person. I've got a lot of flower tattoos. It works. There's Biolante, which I liked the black and white, but Pierce liked the color, so I let him get the color because we're cool. And this one's my ultimate favorite because it's just fucking awesome. Leafzilla. Leafzilla's badass. And we got King Ghidorah as a tree. So that's going up in our living room. We're nerdy. We decorate nerdy. It works.
I forgot to say that the first thing that we did on Friday was go to Artist Alley.
Yeah!
Because it was like the first thing that was open.
Yeah. We waited in line for like 20 minutes and Pierce was recognized for the first time by one of you lovely subscribers.
Yeah, that was cool. Getting recognized in public's never really happened before, so it's a different experience. But we went in there, it was super crowded because there was a line, there was way too many people for that small room. We kind of looked at the stuff. I basically just went to Kyle Joe's table, or probably everybody on YouTube knows him as Deadzilla, and I bought something from him. I'll show that in a different video or whatever. It's over there. But yeah, that was cool. Then we left and we did all our Friday stuff. But yeah, we went to the dealer's room on Saturday, specifically, not the dealer's room, Artist Alley, specifically to get those prints. And we were talking to him, and he actually recognized me as like a viewer / subscriber, and thought it was cool that I was there buying stuff from him, and it was just an interesting experience to like not necessarily just be recognized by like the casual audience, but like other people in the community like putting out like work and stuff, like the artists, like that's super cool. Like
Pierce also met the guy who made his 3D printed Godzilla.
yeah, I went, the Dope Pope had a table there, and we went and talked to him, and I told him that I had this this printed, and I was working on it, and then he like recognized that like he'd seen the video that I made when it first got done, like the first step of it, and it was cool to like have another one of the artists there in Artist Alley like recognize the stuff that I'd done, and he thought it was cool that I was like working on that, and we were just talking about it because like he doesn't know anything about like the printing side of it. He literally just like publishes the models, and then the company that you buy the website, the models, they do all the transitions to like actual like files and
Working
stuff. So
files at least.
so he didn't know, so we were just talking about that, and that was really cool, and I got to go through like the book and flip through all of his other kaiju designs and stuff, and talk to him about like which ones were like gonna be uploaded to download and print, stuff like that. I was talking to him about the Varan that he'd done, because that would be super cool, because like you can't get a Varan figure without paying a bajillion dollars. So like that would be something super cool to like be able to do, is like print out a Varan. So probably have to have that done whenever that gets uploaded. But that was super cool to be able to just talk to another artist like that knows like who I am. It's a different kind of like conversation when you're like meeting people, and it's not that it's you that knows who they are, they know who you are too. It's kind of like, oh, you have like this interest and you're connected already because like you'd seen the other person's stuff before. So that was really cool. Like the Artist Alley was definitely sweet for that reason, that we got to like meet two people that like were familiar with stuff already. So that was super cool.
And then it was our nap time, because we normally go to bed around 3 p.m.
Was it really? Did we go home
Yeah.
after that? Oh, we went and ate. No,
And then we went to the hotel room and you fell asleep. I stayed awake for once.
So
and
where,
then we
did
went
come back for
Final Jeopardy. That was fun. I actually kind of enjoyed watching that. It's like Godzilla kaiju style Jeopardy.
That's
If
true.
anyone doesn't know what that was, it was just kind of interesting, some fun fact type stuff. There was this guy who I thought was totally gonna win because he knew like everything ever, it seemed like. And then last minute, the second place guy bet it all on the last question and pulled ahead. So it was kind of cool to see the underdog swoop in and win.
Unfortunately, there was annoying people in the crowd next to us that made it not so fun. Like, oh, that question was so easy, even though I previously just guessed it and got it wrong. Why would they make that a question? It's so easy. And it's like, well, you just got it wrong, so clearly it's not that easy. If you literally just tried to answer the question out loud, you got it wrong, and now you're freaking out about how easy it is. Like, clearly something's not right there.
But then they did awards, and that was kind of cool. You kind of got to learn about the people who put on Gfest and the people who really invested in it recently. And they never did the Lifetime Achievement. They just did G-Fan Hall of Fame and the Mangled Skyscrapers.
That's true, yeah. Weird.
Do you know what Lifetime is?
I mean, I haven't been in years, and I didn't
If
do any of
anyone
that
knows, comment down below, please.
Yeah. They did the raffle, like the bidding stuff.
The auctions and such.
That was cool. I mean, like,
There was a pretty cool looking bubblegum pink prototype fedora that got auctioned off. I think it sold for what, like $2,000?
no, Jesus Christ.
It was at least $1,000.
No, it wasn't.
I swear to God,
It was
something sold for $1,000.
It was $400.
I swear something sold for so much more than that.
No.
I'm just stupid.
I'm pretty sure the poster signed by all the guests was $300. No, it was like $350 something, like $350, $375. And then the Hedora, it was like an M1 Hedora prototype, and that was $400. And everybody was like, "Wow, I can't believe that didn't go for more." Like, okay, it's still $400.
I thought it sold for more.
No.
Like maybe at least $600.
No, absolutely not.
I'm got a bad memory.
Yeah, it was definitely just $400. But it was a cool figure. It was huge too.
And then it was the adult costume parade, which, before we get into this, I would just like to say to everyone out there, yes, things are cool. But if everyone is sitting and you are standing, you should probably sit down, because nobody behind you can see, and it is so annoying.
When they put seats in a room and you're designed to sit and watch something,
Sit.
sit.
Just do it.
Because you're going to make everyone else mad standing there blocking. Because then those people have to stand up to see, and then the people behind them have to stand up, and the people behind them have to stand up. And it's like, why did they even put the seats there in the first place if everyone's just going to go in and stand?
I'm barely 4'7", so I didn't see like anything that happened on the stage that night because everyone was standing and it was very upsetting.
I recorded the costume parade from the one spot I could see, so if you watch that and you go, wow, why is this so terrible? Just know that all the assholes standing up ruined it for everybody else, so you can blame them, not me. I tried my best, sorry.
Such dicks.
Ugh.
But the costumes were really awesome. I had a lot of fun at both of the costume parades because I just thought it was cool. The little kids were cute when they did the youth one. There was this one kid who dressed up as Ultraman. Who was on the stage for like 5 minutes just doing Ultraman poses.
He didn't like know to like get off or whatever.
It was kind of cute. He was like maybe
there.
2 or 3.
Yeah, so that was awesome. We didn't watch the amateur kaiju videos. We just left. Yeah.
We went home and went to bed again. Well, we watched most of the new Godzilla anime.
The old one.
Newer. Okay.
The one from last year.
Okay, but it's still fairly new, isn't it? Like the newest Godzilla movie out right
until
now?
the 18th.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, the other one's out, so it's like the newest one that actually has like an American release.
Close enough.
Yeah.
But
we'll finish that tonight.
We watched that, and Pierce fell asleep before me for once.
No, I didn't. I was dozing on and off.
You were like incapacitated.
When I realized that I was falling asleep, I got up and started watching the movie again. And then after that is when you started to fall asleep, and I was like, okay, there's no coming back for you. When you're out, you're
I
gone.
made it an hour this time, and last time I think I made it 15 minutes. So
literally,
I was
like,
proud.
Yeah, she was asleep before Godzilla.
And it's not that it's not interesting. Nobody bash me and be like,
she
that's
just
such a good
falls
show.
asleep
If I sit stationary, I won't go to bed.
She fell asleep
It
when we were
happens.
watching Rogue One in the movie theater when that came out.
I did. That was a rough night, though. You have to understand that night I had been up for like 24 hours at that point, and like I was still in high school, so like I had been at school all day, and I was a cheerleader in high school, and I had cheered that night like actively, like not just practice, like full on like cheer shit. And then I had to drive to Saginaw in the shittiest weather ever, so I was kind of tuckered out.
So that was the end of that night, right? Yeah. So Sunday. Woo!
Sunday rolled around.
Which
yay!
is today. Hey, it's Sunday still. Okay, so we got up and packed up and stuff because we had to check out of our hotel by 11 so we could go to the stuff and have all our stuff in the car. We got there right when everything opened up, so we went to
the Sonorama.
No, we went to the Tokusatsu sessions.
Yes.
And looked around at the props and stuff because it was like open to the public at that time, so we could look at like the sets and stuff like that they used. So Dojo. The Dojo Studio stuff was in there. That was cool. And we never got our picture in the thing. Mm-mm.
There was this cool, like, diorama city.
Shit, dude. You know what we didn't even talk about?
What?
We went to all the art rooms and shit on Saturday. We walked around the model room again with all the new models out. Lots of cool stuff. I recorded all that so you could see everything that was in there if you didn't go. The art contest room. Lots of cool stuff in there.
Yeah, the fan-made stuff.
I recorded all that too, so you'll be able to see that.
There were some super cool, like, hand-sewn plushies of various kaiju, and they were pretty awesome.
There was...
Those stuck out.
The Robo7.com, like, poster room that had, like, really big prints of their really awesome posters that I wanted to buy, but I couldn't spend all the money in the world. So I'll have to order those. That's why I grabbed a card.
Have to be financially smart sometimes.
With Gamera chick on the back. Have to hang that up somewhere. Look at that.
Yeah. Better looking than me, I can't blame you.
So those posters were super cool. What's his name? It's in there somewhere.
That one? Piso Murase?
I don't know. I'm so bad with names.
I'm 95% sure.
The special effects
So
costume designer for like the Showa films and stuff like that. He had he had a display in there.
He made like replicas of like various kaiju skins. So there was like a Godzilla skin and a
They had a Varan, they had a Ghidorah head, a Mothra head, and then some concept stuff. Yeah, some concept stuff for the Howl from Beyond the Fog, the new like traditional Tokusatsu film. He's like trying to like work on or whatever. That's like doing like classic like suitmation special effects and stuff like that.
I only saw pictures and like concept drawings, but it looks pretty cool. So whenever it comes out, we're watching it, and you should too.
I took pictures of stuff like that. in that room, so I'll put that up somewhere. But it was cool. He was in there at the time that we went in there, just explaining like the process of making like the Ghidorah head that it was in there and stuff like that. So that was cool that he was just like in there when he walked in, like, oh hey, there he is.
There was a Mothra head too.
I said that.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Good ears.
Thanks.
Solid listening skills.
I'm really good at that.
Yeah. But yeah, that I think that was what we didn't talk about that we did on Saturday. So now we can go back to Sunday again. What did we do at 10?
Yay, it's today.
What did we do at 10?
We did the Sonораmas. That one.
Oh yeah, the artwork in the Sonораmas. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah. That was cool. I mean, I like that. It was like talking about like the classic kaiju art and like the picture books and stuff. So, what did you think of that?
I liked it. I mean, I always feel like I'm more of a in reference to like anime versus manga. I've always definitely been a person who likes manga more. So seeing the Sonораmas, I thought it was interesting. I had no idea that was a thing in the kaiju universe. So I thought it was pretty cool, and I also like it because like then people have the freedom to like design shit however they want without following like the fanboy rules, and everything has to look this way, so...
Yeah, and there wasn't like heavy copyright restrictions or anything, so they did like a bunch of crossovers between universes and had different monsters doing stuff, so that was super cool.
There was a King Kong fighting Ghidorah. That was the thing. It was just pretty cool.
Good old Godzilla versus Gamera. But that was a fun panel.
Then we watched Don Fry.
Oh yeah, we stayed. We went in there. We got front row seats for that, and then we stayed for the Don Fry interview, which I recorded the entire thing. So
you will miss out.
So yeah, you'll be able to watch that whenever that gets edited together and uploaded.
Even if you're one of those people where like Final Wars is crap, like,
if you don't know,
if
you don't know who Don Fry is, if you don't know who Don Fry is, it's Captain Gordon from Final Wars. In case people don't know.
Okay. You should know.
You should know.
Don Fry.
Yeah. But yeah.
He's a super funny guy.
It was hilarious. That panel was great.
I also think he acts so rough and burly, and he acted like that during the panel too. But I feel like deep down inside, like he's a big teddy bear, because like people kept asking him to like say lines that he had said in the movie, which like I guess I can understand people wanting to hear that like in person.
Magical voice.
Calm yourself. But he would always joke around and be like, hell no, like, I'm not doing that. And then, like, he'd talk to the person for a little bit, and then he'd say their line for them and stuff. So, he just seems like a genuinely pretty decent dude.
He wouldn't,
he likes Trump.
He wasn't afraid. You can't say that
That's
shit on YouTube. You can't say
That's
that shit on
an
YouTube.
issue.
You can't say that on YouTube. Yeah, he wasn't, like, afraid to be, like, play mean to people, like, telling them to, like, shut up or, like, sit down when they ask questions, so that was good. That was a good panel.
Big old goofy guy. Got kind of deep there for a minute, and I was like, whoa, can we back it up?
After that, 12? We just walked around the dealer's room for an hour, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just like
we walked around again. We did a lot of walking around in the dealer's room and the artist alley, just kind of for funsies. Like, everything changed every day, so
it's fun. Yeah, it's fun to just look at everything, because, like, you can't see everything in one viewing.
You can't absorb it.
Yeah, it's too much stuff. So we just walked around that for an hour.
You will oversaturate yourself.
And then we went to Godzilla and Japanese Nationalism, where they just talked about, like, the concept of nationalism throughout, like, the films and stuff like that, because it's been, like, a popular topic based off the way Shin Godzilla was, like,
especially,
very,
like specific
focused.
Directors going out of their way to represent Japanese nationalism and such in, like, low-key undertones. It was really interesting if you're interested in Japanese history in general. It was kind of like a quick, like, crash course of, like, post-World War II up to now in Japan. Yeah. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was a cool panel. I was excited for that because I've been seeing so much stuff about it and, like, reading so much stuff about, like, the clash between, like, ideologies between, like, GMK and Shin and the way they're, like, different, but they kind of represent the same thing. And those were, like, the two movies that had, like, the most talking points, because it's very clear that those were, like, the main focuses of those films, besides Godzilla, was, like, that concept. So that was cool.
I was just excited to learn about Japan. I like Japan.
That was it, right? We
went home after that.
There was nothing really interesting. We went to the bathrooms, and the men's bathroom was broken, and some guy was talking to me, and Don Fry walked around the corner and saw that the bathroom was closed, and he's like, "That's a bad day." And I'm like,
gotta go downstairs.
And just walked away, and I'm like,
Just big ol'.
God damn. What a guy. But yeah, nothing really seemed that interesting after that. Like, we needed to go see, and it's like a 6.5 hour drive home, so I was like, let's just leave.
I drove home and we didn't die.
We did almost run out of gas, though.
We did not almost run out of gas. We had plenty.
No.
We have like 1.5 gallons. He can just stop.
But yeah, that's it. And
we did struggle to get gas, though.
That was today. It's Sunday. Wow.
And now we're home.
Yeah.
Talking to you, kind of.
So yeah, that was everything that we kind of like did. Because we don't need this here anymore. Open on my leg, being warm. Did you have fun?
I had fun.
Good. You want to go next year?
Sure.
Sure?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I'll go.
You'll go. I'll force you.
I'll go.
I love fun. I never really got to do like a bunch of the stuff like the years I went before because like I went with my parents and they didn't like. I didn't know what was going on because I was so young and they didn't know what was going on.
Just wanted to buy stuff.
Yeah, like honestly, like it's a cool convention for kids and stuff like that, but like it's also not at the same time because it's going to be so much stuff that like literally they have no idea what's going on.
Something I thought was cool, they did have a room with like kaiju related drawing game type stuff for younger kids. Like, and I don't mean like teenagers that want to play in the video game room. I mean like toddlers that like to like doodle and play with blocks and stuff. They had stuff for them, which I thought was cool. It's a very inclusive convention, I feel like. Like, all age groups are welcome. Everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun. There was all kinds of people there from all over the place. And then, obviously, I got to meet a few people that actually, like, watch the channel, so that's cool. I'm glad that you recognized me, and if you, like, came up and talked to me, like, that's cool that you had the courage to do that. I know I might, like, look a little spooky sometimes. Especially on Friday, when most people had talked to me because I looked like shit. I was dead because
we were very tired and very grumpy people on Friday.
I got up. I was awake since like midnight, 1 o'clock the night before, and I hadn't slept. And we would have been awake. I would have been awake for 6 hours, and then around 6 hours, and then we drove for 6 hours. I drove for 6 hours during that period. So by the time I got there, I was super tired. And then we actually had the convention to go through, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so tired. Like, kind of like dozing off and on during panels. Not because I was bored or anything, but just because I was just so tired.
I was like nudging him every couple of minutes to make sure he was still with us.
It was rough. So like if anybody talked to me on Friday and I did not seem like interested or I was like out of it or something, just know that I was like literally half awake.
He still cares.
All of Friday.
Promise.
Like, yeah, so my bad. I was just tired as hell. But and this morning too, honestly.
Yeah.
I was tired again this morning. I did not sleep very much last night for whatever reason.
What was your favorite part?
Nate from Tokusatsu Vlogs freaking out over me buying that Gamera, or just like meeting Don Fry.
Don Fry was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm
And like the
glad he
whole Don Fry
insulted you.
panel, so like that was cool. Yeah. Love that man. Thank you for insulting me. I appreciate it. That's great.
Yeah.
It's actually a fun insult, unlike the ageist assholes on YouTube calling me a little kid when I'm
little
literally...
boy.
I'm a little boy, and it's like...
Little boy, you don't know what you're talking about.
Like, dude, I'm like 21. Chill. I'm not a little boy. Fucking... What?
Look at this beard. How can you be a little boy?
Stop it.
No.
But yeah. It was fun.
Gfest 25!
Good times. We'll be back. Maybe less tired. Playing effectively.
Next year should be a lot better.
We're not bringing as much food next year, sorry.
Come on. That's cruel!
Yep.
I need my options, okay?
I caught a shiny Plusle, I caught a shiny mine in Pokemon Go on the second day there, and I was hyped, so...
I clicked on that mine right before him, and I said, wow, I'm not getting any shinies this weekend. And 0.2 seconds later, Pierce is running around the parking garage screaming.
Yeah, I was hyped, man. Yeah, it was a good convention. I hope I didn't, like, forget anything that we did that was, like, fun or whatever.
I don't think so.
There's so much stuff going on.
We watched, a little bit Friday night, we watched a little bit of this movie that I had never heard
Oh,
of.
hell, what was it called?
It was like 100 Monsters.
Something like that.
It was really weird though. It was like this umbrella dancing around and it had a face. And it was kind of creepy, and like this woman had like a weird, like, slithery neck or something.
Yokai Monsters, 100 Monsters from 1968.
I would definitely like watch the whole thing from beginning to end. We kind of only watched bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of weird, kind of freaky. Like
It was
especially for
so
being
odd.
such an old movie,
I
like
didn't
it was
understand what was going on.
effectively creepy.
I didn't know what the hell's going on the entire time. It jumped around so much.
You were half asleep the entire time too,
That's
so
true. That's true.
it worked.
But yeah, that was it. Those are the things we did. Those are the things we saw. You'll probably see.
Gfest videos for like 2-3 days.
I don't know, maybe it depends
Or
on.
maybe like 5 in one day.
Yeah,
You
so
never know.
don't get all pissed about multiple uploads because like it was literally all stuff that happened this weekend, and I was way too tired every night to even think about like editing anything.
Pierce can't sleep for like 2 hours, and like until 2 hours after he's been laying down, and he actually went to bed within like a half an hour of laying down every night, and that's how I knew that he was actually tired and like needed his rest.
Like,
so even I like didn't give him a hard time about not editing.
Like, good night, bye. Just dead. All right, that's it though. We'll see you guys next year or something.
Yeah.
Let me know if you saw us walking around and stuff. Bye.
Peace out, boys.
See ya. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate it a lot. As always, liking, commenting, and sharing really helps out my channel. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to stay up to date on the latest kaiju news and crisp reviews.